Club 5 now sees us with Fiorentina, two-time winners of Serie A. It's taken us 5 teams, as we mentioned. We've gone through the depths of Finland and Portugal before finding ourselves in the Eredivisie with ADO. If you haven't watched all this already, then get yourself up in the top of the screen now. I've got the Doleboy link there for the playlist. It's been quite the adventure. It's been barrels of fun. We've played 2 games already. They haven't gone exactly to plan. I've tried my best to bring in some players, but I haven't had a lot to play with, be it actual funds or wages. Not a vast amount in there. I have noticed a glaring issue in goal. We have one goalkeeper. Complete oversight from me. Let's just hope no one gets injured. No, I don't care. Let's hope Holloway doesn't get injured. But up top, we've got a lot of great players pottering about. We don't use these 4 positions though, or these 5 positions, so it's irrelevant. But 3 great centre mids, 5 good ones, 7 average, pretty strong. 2 great centre backs, and our fullbacks are decent as well. So we've got what we needed in that position. The players themselves are as such. So putting the filter to 2 stars, we have Holloway as our goalkeeper. Could probably do with finding a stronger one, but as I said, we didn't have a lot of money to play with. Our best right back is TO FIORENTINA, who is now right back. It's going to be Yankuto, or there's another fella in the youth team I can't remember the name of at the moment. Best centre backs are Carmo and Kera, followed up by Grealish, this is a test. Maiwiri? I'm going to call him Nicholas. This fella, pretty strong. He's very young, got quite high potential, and he's 6'6". So he's definitely going to be in and around the team as much as I can. Along with Daniel Cruz, I bought him in on loan. We're paying $5,500 a week for him. So that was an issue, because I didn't realise he isn't as good as I first thought, which is a bit annoying. On the left, we have Aaron Martin. And again, I think we have another youth left back who's pretty decent, but not quite there yet. Our best holding mid is, again, TO FIORENTINA. Carmo's there as well. And this is probably where Grealish is going to play. If not Grealish, then it will be Santos, who has a fractured arm currently. So he's not going to be playing for the next month or so. We're not having a good time with injuries already. I forgot to show you Carmo, who's our best centre-back, out injured with a twisted ankle. It's only 4 days at the moment, but he did have a little bit of an issue, and he missed the first 2 games of the season. Central midfielders, our best is Castrovilli, who's a Mazzala on attack, which is helpful because we play Mazzalas, and he's also 6'2". We also have Arsene Zakarian, who's 6 foot. He's probably going to be a playmaker in the middle, maybe Mazzala either side. Doesn't really matter too much. Kera, again, he's just very good, apparently. Just generically very good at the back and mid. And our strikers we have at the moment are Cancelleri, who is our best, pretty strong, Italian, 22 to 27 million. Hasn't actually won a cap for Italy as of yet. Played 1 game in the league for us and decided to not score. I say decided, they didn't give him much choice. And he's partnered up front by one of these other 3. So we have Poulsen, Jan Gisk, not sure. He's on loan from Juve, along with Johnny Angulo and Miguel Beza. Beza can drop back into centre mid as well. He's quite versatile in that regard. So we've got a few decent players there. I will show you who we've got rid of and who we brought in. So you've seen the players that we brought in already. Down to Gargunio, we're already here when we joined. Definitely butchered that name. We brought in Angulo from PSG, who we're paying $39,500 a week for, which is quite high. And I have got a optional fee to purchase of 31 million if he does really well, and if we have lots of money. Probably going to be more dependent on the money issue. TO FIORENTINA came in for 3.5 to 4 million. Pretty happy about that one. He's worth 6.6 to 7.8. He's on a 4-year contract, 31, and he's had 9 caps for Germany. So he should do pretty well for us over the next few seasons. And a final 2 loanees of Daniel Cruz, who's the guy that we were talking about earlier, who was the 5.5k, the centre-back, And if we find him, Mamadou Sangare, who's came in. We're not paying him any money at the moment. He's got pretty poor current potential, but he does have current ability, but he does have potential ability, which is quite decent. And if I remember rightly, we've got a option to buy, 5.75 million. So we can see how he's going. Players that have left, a lot of deadwood I've been kicking out because I'm just not interested. If I can find the first player that I sold, I can then show you the rest. I think it's Serafini. So all these have gone. Just gone. Get out of here. Not interested. Most of them are just kind of tat. Dembasek, who's one of our strikers, has gone out for just less than $1 million. Gianluca Gasparoni's gone to Spezia for 100k. Tiamue Bakayoko has gone for just shy of $1 million again to Roma. This one I wasn't so keen on, but his wages were quite high, and his contract was up at the end of the year, so I could either offer him a new contract at 34, or just let him go, bring in some money, clear those wages out, and let me bring in some people who I can play where I want. Our first two games didn't go exactly to plan. We started off with a 2-1 loss against Atalanta, took the lead, almost immediately pegged back, and then Esposito finished the game. And then we had a 0-0 against Hellas Verona, in which Cancelleri actually missed a penalty for us. So I wasn't best pleased, you could say. But it does leave us into our game against Bologna, who are currently 14th in the league. And roughly with ourselves, they're the position above us. So again, it's only 2 games in, so there's not too much to read into it. But we could do with getting a win on the board. Our team to play Bologna. We have Okoye in goal, Yankuto, Cruz, Kera and Aral as the back four. I don't know why I said Aaron's name like that. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Might just call him Aaron. Sangare in front of them, Castrovilli, Beza and Yanko, and then Cancelleri and Angulo as the strikers. Quite peculiarly, both of our forwards are left-footed. We've got quite a high percentage of left-footed players in the team. So I've won over to Kera and he's not even left-footed. What we also have a high percentage of is injuries. As I covered earlier, we had a few that were out in Santos and Carmo, who isn't quite back yet. We also have another couple of twisted ankles in not you, Fabric. Stop getting involved. Zakarian, who's probably just beyond my head. He's 8 days to 3 weeks, along with Grealish, who is 8 days and 2 weeks between those. So hopefully we'll be back soon with a full strength team. But we do have quite a few youngsters knocking about who can fill in gaps if needs be. Our lineup, we've seen it. The form is a win-loss draw. I'm not sure what the win is. I think I beat someone in the cup, actually. And then Bologna is win-draw-loss. So their form isn't much better than ours. But their formation's a 4-2-3-1, which is just boring. And I'm going to level with you. I did consider it at one point. I think I may very well consider it again, depending on how well this formation beds in. Hickey throws it short. Cancelleri intercepts. I don't know why I struggled so hard to say the word intercepts. But Angulo's won us a corner, which, as we know, we're not going to see anything from. Throw in for us on the 36th minute. Just to let you know, that corner, it was nothing. There was a corner that was hit too far, and then the ball was picked up by one of our players, who then hit it too far again. So 2 loads of nothing, and then the highlight just cuts off without warning. So I decided not to waste your time. Davidovic, So and Zappa on the ball for Bologna. I'm going to drop us to balance because we aren't as controlling in this game as I'd like to us be. But Cancelleri's picked it up from the interception from Couto and he's put it back to the fullback. Into Baeza, Castrovilli, Baeza, Angulo. Castrovilli, he scored. I'll leave us balanced because positive has got us in the lead. Balance was a step off the gas, tiny bit, but still be aggressive enough to push some more in. I'm hoping to kind of capitalise if they get too aggressive. But the striker's here, like behind the back line, and no one managed to pass to him. But Yanko swept it in to his midfield partner. Things are looking pretty even. We've not had a lot of possession, which is peculiar. We normally hold on to that a little bit more. Second half, I did notice we had a little bit of a knock on our holding mid. Sangare, you can see him down here. So I'm tempted to bring Carmo on, push Kera further forward if needs be. We don't really have a lot of cover for that. Or I can either just kind of play him through, hope he doesn't get injured. And if he does, I've got my youngster that I've pulled from the youth games and youth teams, so hopefully he won't be able to be ruled out for a game because he's tired. So it'll allow me to free this centre mid. They've equalised while I was gibbering. So I'm pushing us back to positive again. It's just really poor marking. There's literally no one covering that near post. Maybe it's because I've shuffled around my corner tactics so much I'm just leaving me exposed. Should we have a look now and then have a laugh at how much of a silly goose I am? Yeah, so we've got 2 people that are supposed to be covering that near post area and just no one was there. Yanko's on the ball, puts it to Sangare, feeds it back to the centre back. We're looking relatively comfortable in this possession at the moment. The Atalanta game and the Hellas Verona one previously were before we were able to make a lot of those changes. So I'm hoping that with the new players kind of bedding in, me being able to bring in some players that are more suited to what we wanted, I'm hoping that that'll allow us to start taking games and winning them. But also I'm concerned, okay, I was going to say concerned that that's going to go in. But it didn't, so it's all good. We just passed the hour mark. We'll make some subs. We've brought in Carmo at the holding mid role, put him in as anchorman. And then I've also brought in one of our youngsters in Guadani. Let's go with Guadani. Walter Guadani, who is 5'11", pretty agile. He kind of is a winger, but obviously we don't play him. So he's going in as the deep line forward. He'll do a good job. I've decided. I was just about to pause and make another substitution because there's only 10 minutes left. And then the ball just appeared at my goalkeeper's feet. But Aaron's pushing forward on the left side. Cancellari's nicked in front of his man, got the ball, and he's passed it just wide. This isn't reactive to what he's just done, but he is coming off. I'm going to bring him off for Poulsen, give him a little bit of game time. We can use him as a pressing forward on attack and a deep line forward. It seems 2 pretty passive strikers, but we're just not doing what we need to do. So we need to get the game, grab it by the throat. I just don't know if we've got the quality and familiarity to do that yet, unfortunately. A highlight in the depth of the game. There's technically 20 seconds over. Aaron puts it in from the left wing. Oh, good, Arnie. See, I said he was going to do good. Did I say, or did I not say? He's going to do good. Scores a winner for us. Game's finished, technically. He doesn't care. He's going to score a goal. Yanko knocks it back to Aaron. Good cross to the back post. And Guadani's header pops it in. I will take a win. I will always take a win. No matter how scruffy it is, I'll take a win. But, as I said, Guadani came on, got himself player of the match, and got himself the winning goal. So just before we go, I will give you a little summary of the league as a whole. We are, according to this, the 9th top team. That is along with Bologna and Sassuolo. We don't have a player in the Dream 11. I don't think we've got anyone near it. Zakarian is our best, and then Cancellari, who took the opening goal. So we've got some decent players pottering about, but we're not challenging the likes of the Milans or Juventus yet. We don't have any fierce rivals to take into account derby-wise. However, we do have what's called the Apennino derby, which we've just played. So Bologna, Empoli, and Siena, I think, are the other 2. Empoli and Siena aren't in the division, so we've played our derby for the season completely accidentally, but I'll take it. We'll be back next episode with Milan and Torino, round about there. I might do Lazio Milan or Milan and Torino, depending on how well it's all going. But I hope you have enjoyed the welcome to Fiorentina, and I hope you'll be back for the next episode. There is some items on screen if you want to click on them now, and thank you very much for your time.